This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, begging for mercy. Oh, I'm dangerous. So dangerous. I'm dangerous. So dangerous.
Good morning, BodySlams podcast viewers. And we, us three, are your co-hosts, analysts. I'm Gio Frost. The man across the table from me is Mr. Sleepy himself,
Tony Reyes.
and all the way having his breakfast during Breakfast and BodySlams. He's the Italian hero, my buddy Joseph, Mr. Joey Image.
Good morning, fellas. What's going on? How are y'all?
Oh, I was sleeping
Tired, dude. Tired, long night.
I was sleeping
Hey.
so comfortably until he called me.
Hey, T, what's your dog's name?
Thor, Mia, and Nico.
You got three now?
Three?
I thought
Holy crap.
you only had one.
No, I have 3.
I meant to ask you that the other day just because we were talking. Because Chio mentioned my dog, and I was like, I wonder what the hell T's dog's name is. I didn't realize you had 3. I thought you only had 1. That's cool.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old Chihuahua. Around 10 or maybe older, not sure, pit bull, because I adopted her. And you know, they said she's around 5 or 6 when I got her.
Yeah.
And Nico was 9 months around there when I got him, and I have him for like 3 years now. He's a mix between a Dachshund and a Chihuahua.
I know at one time, way before this podcast stuff, I literally had 8 dogs in my house.
Oh my
running
god.
around. Well, it's
How the hell do you handle that?
Well, here's what happens. I had one that was half German Shepherd and half Husky. And then the other one was my Jack Russell. Well, my Husky used to get out all the time, went out, horn around, came back, knocked up, end up having 6 puppies.
Oh my god.
So I had these bunch of little pitter patter feet running around. All of them came out looking like chow chows, like Akita type chow chows.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you know, they're all big, fluffy. They had that peanut butter color look, except for one. One was the runt of the litter. He was the only black one, but he looked like he was Rottweiler because of his markings and the way his hair was. So I gave all the other ones away. I did not even sell them. I just gave them away to family and friends instead because they were so adorable. And I kept this one here, and he was my baby. I loved him to death. But things happened where I had to get rid of him some years later. Like my heart still breaks to this day when I go back and look at pictures, though. But you know what? One day we might have to do a show where we look up wrestlers, pets, see what kind of dogs they have.
I already know a few that have like pets.
Just like where the presidential, they have their dogs in the White House. As far as I know, the one in recent years, one of them didn't have a dog because he was a total ass. But but you know what? We're not here to talk about that. We're talking about WrestleMania Night 1. That's right, only Night 1, and it kicked off huge with an awesome tag team match, but unfortunately we had something happened during the match. We will get into it as we're talking along. We had the tag team champions themselves as the Usos, the SmackDown tag champs, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Now, going into this, I wasn't really high on seeing Nakamura or Boogs trying to take the tag titles at all whatsoever. But unfortunately, it became a handicap match because one of our fellow competitors in there seemed to get hurt when he was trying to lift the Usos, and his leg gave out.
I thought it was just a spot, but he was out the whole rest of the match, and then they showed him carried out.
That's what I thought first. At first,
Yeah.
I thought he was just selling.
Right. Yeah.
That he couldn't get both of them up, because I think that's what he originally went with, to try to get both of them up.
Yeah.
And basically, I thought that was gonna be the story. Like, try both, and at the end, get both of them up.
He'll finally get it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then he.
Well, that's the same thing that happened to Solo, but not hurting his leg legitimately on Stand Deliver. He did the same thing where he picked them both up and he went down. So I was thinking it was like the same thing at first.
Yeah. But no, he actually tore his quadricep patella. Quadricep patella.
I'm glad we got Chi here to say those big words. Because me, I'm just gonna butcher it, and you over there, you're probably check. Yes, flex. Eating during the podcast is always why? Because it is breakfast and BodySlams.
I don't like eating on camera, but it's okay for this show.
Yes, it is definitely, most definitely. I as of late, I haven't, since our inception of the show. We were eating a lot on the show, but then it kind of died down. It kind of resulted just coffee as breakfast now. But yeah, hands down, the Usos pick up that that on the handicap with the 1D onto Nakamura. And like how we were saying, we thought this was like some kind of gimmick or whatever with the whole leg and stuff. And I'm thinking, whole time I'm thinking at the end, Nakamura's pissed off. He's gonna turn on Boogs and go after the leg and work the leg gimmick.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought out of my head. But when they were just carrying him out, when
they showed right.
No gurney, no nothing. They all the wrestlers and trainers where they came down and they're like lifted his ass all the way back.
Yeah, they lifted him up with no stretcher. I thought the same thing. What the hell? Why not just put him on a gurney?
Fam, that's a long walk.
Yeah.
Is a long walk to carry 280-pound man.
Yeah, it was so long. Steve Austin didn't even do it. He just drove down and then back up.
Let me see here. Where we at here along the
McIntyre.
Yes. McIntyre, Drew McIntyre taking on Happy Corbin. I keep always wanting to say Baron Corbin because I am not used to this whole Happy thing. And
did you see the graphic when they showed him and Madcap Moss? In the graphic on the bottom of the screen, because Madcap won that Andre Giant Battle Royal Friday night on SmackDown.
Yeah. So
the graphic, I put a screenshot. I don't know if I showed it to you. Who the hell I was talking? I know it was on Twitter. Somebody texted it to me, but it said Madcap Moss, winner of the 2022 Andrew the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh, I did not see. Somebody's in trouble.
So funny. If I knew how to add pictures on here, I'd show it to you now, but I don't know how to do that yet.
We'll get to that. You know what? Speaking of pictures, here's one of the shots from that first match.
Yeah.
I was only able to get the shots that a certain company put out, so I grabbed one shot of each match. That's it, because it is what it is. So, but we're working with. But that's a shot from that very first match, laying it in nice and flush. Almost, you can see the way the head's popping back.
I've noticed the Samoan family always lays it in, man.
Nice and tight.
Yeah.
And then here's the match we're on now. Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. Look at that, like all that white there. Know what? I honestly, when Corbin and Madcap came out wearing the white, and Madcap, if he had long white pants like Corbin, I can get behind that look. I was actually starting to feel it until when the camera started to pan down and it showed it was just shorts still. I'm like, damn, man, I was actually starting to feel it. And going back to the whole him winning the Rumble and him being a part of Corbin's match. The same thing with this. Like, I thought throughout the night in certain parts where I thought Madcap and Corbin was going to have some issues, because remember, he was up on the apron and Drew and Corbin was ready to hit the ropes, and he stopped, and then Drew capitalized on it. So yeah, the whole time I'm thinking we're going to see some friction between Madcap and Corbin.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
You have lack of words here today, sir.
No. I was busy walking around during the match for the first
gotcha
portion.
But go ahead, Joe. You were gonna say something?
Yeah, it looked like they were gonna do, because whatever he did, I don't even remember.
He was up on the apron cheering for me. Yeah,
Corbin was screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing up here?" And then he got down, and then Corbin took the hit from behind. As soon as, well, not from behind, but he turned around and took the hit, and then Madcap was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah blah. What did I do?" And I thought right there, like, "Oh, they're gonna split him up."
Yo, ring. I said this after that match. Ring crew had to be on point for that match.
Yeah, and they were real quick too.
And
actually, you know what confused me? After this match, they showed 2 video packages, and the first one I thought, "Oh, this must be the next match," and then they cut to the Miz video package, and I'm like, "Okay, maybe this is the last match." And then I realized, oh yeah, they got to fix the ring, so they need to play like an extra 5 minutes of video or whatever.
Yeah, but did you see how fluently that blade just cut right through both ropes? And like, you can't really honestly say they're gimmicked, because
they did 2 matches with them.
Yeah, they did 2 matches. Everybody was hitting the fucking ropes.
Even if they did 2, they did 1 and they were hitting the ropes.
Yeah, it's like, and it went through 2 ropes, not just 1. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, how do they do that moments for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatchamacallit? I didn't see most of the match, but I did see the finish, because that's what I wanted to see out this match, because for the first time somebody kicked out the deep 6.
Yes. I
mean the end of day, excuse me.
Yeah. What was going through your head what was going through your head? What were you thinking?
I was like, I knew it was going to happen, because this would be the platform for it, Now, and everybody knew it too, because everybody was in shock. And then
right. I'm getting out of the way. Can you see that?
Yes.
Andrew the Giant. There it is. I'm out of the way now.
That's funny. That's so funny.
I'm still laughing about it when I look at it. That's hilarious.
When Drew kicked out, I thought what would be perfect if he had one of those moments where, remember when Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man, where Warrior was questioning his what he should do.
Now I know.
No. But I'm saying not the part where he realizes, but the part where
right. That was what he was doing.
And I'm thinking the same thing with Corbin.
7, I think.
Oh my God! All this time, no one kicked out, and he starts going through it, and he just rolls out the ring and starts walking towards the back, like to get a count out or whatever. And then Drew would have came out and got him. That would have been beautifully done, because he'd be like, his mind's just screwed up because no one ever kicked out until now.
But he did sell it well, because he.
I know he sold it there, but but if they put that extra little oomph on it,
when it happened, he squealed like a girl, like he's like, huh? And he looked at the ref. The ref said, "Yeah, 2," and the look on his face. Even the whole crowd knew that nobody has ever kicked out the end of days. So that's what I was looking forward to the match. At that point, that was the moment.
Hey guys, we had Flex chime in. He had a question for us. How does McIntyre get away with taking PEDs? Help me out with that. I'm not even
performance enhancing drugs.
Okay, all right. See, I didn't.
He doesn't look like he does to me.
No, and
I mean, he's in good shape, but he's not like jacked or he's not Scott Steiner in the in the 90s.
No, not at all.
And
he's tall. It kind of like his body seems to like it evens out a little bit.
No, and like in 2013, they were in town, and I was in Go's gym, and they were there, and I took a picture with Drew Max. So no, they're in the gym for hours and hours at a time. So I don't think he does any of that.
And then on top of that,
he looks more natural than anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say because nowadays when you see a lot of the guys, they're not like understand they do have big guys similar to what they had years ago because it was WWE, the land of the giants. That's what has always been dubbed.
Yeah.
But here now, a lot of the giants are more thinner, but they're more put together, but not in really bulkiness of their mass of their muscle mass. And then if they had that big muscle mass, it's more thickness. If you notice, they're more thicker than actually bodybuilder type. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what else? You know what I found interesting about the whole night? Maybe this will change tonight. I don't know. But Hulk Hogan, we talked about this yesterday or Thursday, whatever it was. Hulk Hogan said Jinder Mahal is the next Hulk Hogan, and he wasn't even on WrestleMania.
I know.
Wasn't Vince McMahon listening to Hulk Hogan? Come on. Maybe he'll be on tonight. Maybe he'll be on tonight wearing red and yellow.
He's over here shaking his head like, God forbid.
Can you see him coming out in like red and yellow or something? That would be amazing.
Oh, most definitely. Come out, I'm a real American.
I'm a real Canadian.
We got Papa Reaper chiming in. How you doing, Papa? Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Our man Pat from the Gobbler Inc., who was on earlier than us with his show. What was it was called the Globber. Yeah, they spelled it wrong on the screen. It was Globber, Globbb. The Globber Inc. Okay, yeah, Pat from the Globber Inc.
Yeah, Flex says they're taking more growth hormone and less Danabol and testosterone. I mean, I guess I don't know how that's. I never took any of that stuff. Obviously, I still don't.
Now. Moving along from this match, it was a match that was a little I was really impressed with. But here's the tail end of it.
I was shocked. The double cross or whatever. But
this was my shock moment of the night.
No, I said this the other night when we were talking with Jimmy Corderas. I said the same thing, that I think this is going to be stupid. Logan Paul is an idiot, whatever. He's going to be garbage. And then he was great last night. He was real good last night.
Dude, hands down. A lot of people agreed with me. Some people didn't get what I was saying when I said Logan Paul last night reminded me of Eddie Guerrero's old partner, the American Love Machine, Love Bar from Los Gringos Locos. And the first thing people started chiming in was, oh, no, it was more Ray and Dominic because the gear, the tribute. Yes, I got that from the door when they came out.
Yeah.
But as you watch the match and you look at Logan's face, his mannerisms, the things he was doing, I'm like, and the first thing I thought was Art Bar. This is fucking Art Bar. I'm like,
that's what I thought too.
I'm like, and then if he puts the time and work in, because he shows he's very athletic. He's one right now, hands down. He impressed me. I have nothing bad to say about this. He put whatever work he did to get to this point here. And then with this here outcome, let's go back. He did the Three Amigos and he hit a frog splash.
Yeah.
And then there were people saying, oh, he stole that from Eddie Guerrero. I said, technically, Eddie got it from Art. Art created the frog splash because the way he did it was just like the way that he extended the legs, and when he did it, just like how D'Lo was doing it before.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Art. He mastered that. After he passed away, Eddie took it as paying homage to him and stuff. Yes, as homage. And then, but I have
Flex. I agree with you, man. Flex. I thought the same thing, but he was real good, man. He was real good. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I thought the same thing. Like, what is this idiot gonna do? Like, why is he even there? There's so many people on the roster they can throw in there, but this fits with his whole like celebrity deal and Miz's whole celebrity thing outside of the ring, and it fit the storyline and it worked. He did real good. He did a lot better than. I mean, they mentioned in the commentary he had been at the Performance Center learning and training a lot.
And Dominic started to impress me some more. Instead of hitting the same typical stuff that he usually does, he started hitting a couple different things. I got to see during the match, like when he went up to the top rope, he had Paul's hand and went up and he did the head scissors on the Miz.
Yeah, at the
that
same time,
springboard, that springboard corkscrew to the outside as well. I did not see that coming. I was just thinking maybe just a high cross body, whatever. But yeah, he's starting to improve. He's starting to impress me too. Where do you see this going between Miz and Paul? Let's start with T.
Hope nowhere. I really hope nowhere. I don't know where you guys are taking that he was good. The only time he got good was after the Three Amigos. Before that, he was hot ass. I really don't know like what match you guys were seeing that he was good. You know who did good? Bad Bunny. Pat McAfee did good before.
Well, so sometimes guys take longer than others.
You know, so I just don't understand. But anywho, the two stars of the night were the Miz because he had to cover his ass, and Dominic. Dominic to me shined last night.
It was his time. It was his moment. He had to bring his A game because his dad shines all the time. So
you know. But that's just my
so okay, not from personal standpoint where you don't want to see nothing happen. Where if they have to go somewhere in direction, what would be a good direction for them to go in for this match though?
If I don't have a feel for the match or care for the match, I really can't answer the question.
All right, Joseph.
Maybe they go back and forth and they build it to next year's Mania. I mean, that they don't do 1 year builds anymore, especially with a guy who's not, a wrestler. But I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like they do one thing on Raw and then maybe that's it. Like, tomorrow night they do a thing on Raw and then that's it. And then Logan Paul's gone.
Now,
I mean, he's only there they're hot shotting him. He's not there for long term, I don't believe. So
now I like thinking outside the box. Whatever's going to spew out my mouth right now, T's probably going to shake his head, put his hand over his face, like, why? And this is just me thinking from my own creative standpoint, from what I can visualize. Paul wants to get his revenge on Miz. Paul kind of ask Ray a little forgiveness for disrespecting the lucha stuff. Ask Ray to help train him a little more to help him go up against Miz. Whatever happens between Paul and Miz, hey, that's one thing. But I'm thinking further ahead. But this is just me. And look, his eyes are already bulging. Like, shut up. And the thing, what I'm imagining is, okay, he gets that friendship with Dominic and Ray. Maybe ends up teaming with Dominic, with Ray as their manager. Logan Paul. What if Logan Paul takes an interest in doing wrestling full time then? He puts the work in, and then have him team with Dominic, with Ray as their manager. Eventually, here comes the part where we always said about Dominic turning heel. What if Paul convinces Dominic, hey, let's turn on your pop? Next thing you know, Dominic,
we can do our own thing.
Dominic and Logan Paul, and they rebrand themselves as like the new Gringos Locos. That would.
Could you imagine that? Holy shit!
I did imagine that. I was imagining that stuff last night, and look at him. Yeah. He's already got the hand like, oh man, why? But like I said, that's me thinking out the box. I'm thinking, what ifs, and that's where I go. I can see that. And Flex, I do agree. It's too much talent in the locker room to push a non-wrestler. this is bullshit. But at the same time,
that's what I was saying. When I first heard of this, I thought like there's so many guys on the roster they can throw in there instead of this guy. But the way that the Miz does like the Hollywood gimmick thing and how he's not, he's an A-lister and he's not just a wrestler, he's a celebrity outside of WWE and blah blah. It fits putting a guy like Logan Paul or Logan Paul himself in that kind of gimmick with Miz, and he just his talent. I mean, I don't know. He was good in the ring, man.
Well, here's the thing though. If the talent is showing that much respect to the wrestlers themselves and they're putting in that work to show that one time, if one day they say, hey, I don't want to be doing whatever I'm doing on the side, I actually want to get into wrestling now, and they already established that they can hold their own and they're coming in to put that work in, then that's a plus. Well, that's like the whole same thing, like slap in the face. A lot of people felt that when Dominic came on with Ray, they're like, Daddy got him his job and this and that, and like
probably did, but
yeah. Well, he was training, but he wasn't technically up to that WWE standards of being a superstar yet. Guys who get signed and stuff. He's like, okay, he's the son of Ray, and he'll grow, and the progress we'll get to see him develop within our company. He's going to be learned the WWE way and not elsewhere way. So, but honestly, like I said, I was totally against celebrities. I still am against celebs coming in, but if they are someone who have that athletic background, who can put the work in and show that and not take this business for granted and shine and shine with the other talent out there who's busting their ass, then I'm all for it. Then other than that, no. We will find out tonight with Knoxville.
AKA Bad Bunny.
Oh God,
yeah. Bad
Bunny. Knoxville is not going to do anything worth watching.
Yeah,
I don't think. Yeah. I'm not into that.
And like he said, Bad Bunny.
He moved. He moved from Puerto Rico to Florida and trained for 6 to 9 months at the Performance Center for that match.
But then he didn't do nothing but one splash off the rope. Off the top onto the outside.
He worked. He worked, dude.
He worked.
I know. I saw it. I'm just saying. He didn't do. He wasn't all that impressive to me. I don't know.
Well, Jay Paul wasn't all that impressive to me.
Logan Paul wasn't either.
Pat McAfee could work, so I ain't worried about him.
All right. So obviously, Miz and Paul picked up the victory, and Miz turned on Paul. Do we have a reason why? I don't know yet. We'll probably find out tonight. We'll find out tonight on Monday
or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tonight or tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm thinking today was Monday because yesterday I was thinking it was Sunday because of the pay-per-view. I don't know why. These whole 2-nighters got me all backwards right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't understand. Didn't they used to do like 8-hour shows, or the pre-show would start at 4? The main show would be like 5 or 6, and it would go till midnight. You could still do it in one night. It's a lot. It's a long ass show. It's a lot of matches, but just do it in one night. I can't stand. I don't know. Why not call tonight WrestleMania 39 then? Because it's a separate thing.
WrestleMania, separate day. All right. Pushing it forward. We got to see this from last year. A repeat. She repeated.
Yeah, this was awesome.
The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch took on the challenger Bianca Belair, and I don't know. Between this and the other women's match later on, it's like it's a toss-up of which one was the match of the night, and it was from the women, not the men.
Yo, can I say one thing? Sorry. Just going back to the last match again real quick. There were a ton of people online that were talking about the Mysterio's gear was in homage or in tribute to Eddie Guerrero, and I don't think Art Barr got enough credit. I tweeted, how come Art Barr, if even WWE posted a picture of Guerrero of the Mysterios in that gear and said this is for Eddie or something, and I responded to that like, how come Art Barr doesn't get any love?
Yeah, because originally it was
ridiculous.
Eddie and Bart sporting the whole Gringos logos with the flags and the whole tassels and stuff.
Yep. And how come not enough people mentioned Art Barr, man? I was like, what the hell, man? And
Uh,
it's not like people don't know who he is. Like they talked about
well,
in
newer
Guerrero's
ones really
document.
don't.
But in Eddie Guerrero's documentary, the cheating life, stealing death, or cheating, death, stealing life, whatever it was called, he talked about Art Barr. They showed pictures of him. They showed him working together. Vicky Guerrero talked about Art Barr when she called him and told him, oh, he passed away, and he was like, Art who? He thought he meant like he said like they're one of their maintenance guys or whatever that was coming
Nah,
to work on their house, and she was like, no, Art Barr, and he was like, what the hell?
it,
But like,
it's,
I just
it,
thought
it
he
was
should have
like
got more credit.
it's
Anyway, sorry.
it's like for people don't know. It was a nice little group they had though. They had Conan was a part of it,
Yeah.
as well as Louis Spicoli. Yeah. If you can catch Louis in action when one of the Los Gringos Locos best matches was on when Worlds Collide for AAA. It was them against Octagon and was it, I want to say Santos, I think. It was hair versus mask. It was for their mask and for Art and Eddie's hair. So you can imagine how it ended. And it was 2 out of 3 falls. Great, phenomenal. You can probably find it on YouTube. If not, look it up, definitely. But going back.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we're here on this lady's celebration. She earned every bit of it in this match. I loved Becky's look. Like some people were against it, but I just loved it. It was like to me it had that anime feel.
It was her look was a tribute to like the Marvel movies. If you saw how her intro was.
I didn't, and honestly, I did not, because just like you, I was up doing something real quick, and then I came down. She was already in the ring.
But
I didn't get the eye makeup thing. I didn't know what that was a reference to.
But yeah,
I lost you guys. What happened? I lost you guys.
No, we're still there. The audio's still working.
You just froze for a minute, and the audio went silent.
Well, the audio stayed good over here. I heard you, so. But we're still good. We're still running.
But yeah, most likely match of the night. That's my opinion.
To me, this was match of the night until the next match happened. But this was my number 2 match of the night, actually.
Number 2.
Is Bianca Belair's braid like what do you call it? Not an attachment. What do they call it?
Well, yeah, I
It's
guess.
an extension, right?
Yeah.
Because how come it gets pulled on so much and never comes out? But like other people, Sasha Banks, they give her one headlock and her thing's falling out.
Yeah.
I mean, what do they solder it or they weld it to her head?
It's like sewn in or whatever.
Not
right into her skin, I think.
No, it's sewn into the other hair that she. I guess it's just the way they have it. I don't know. I don't wear extensions, so I can't tell you honestly.
You should. You should, man. That would be awesome.
I know. One day
I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna come on the show one of these days with a wig or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Wow.
But yeah,
it's like I said, match of the night, contender for it. Yeah, I'm still indifferent because I gotta rewatch the show. Well, at least my top 3 matches. But it is in contender for match of the night.
Yeah. If anyone's gonna go back and watch night 1, this is hands down one of the matches you can sit back and relax and enjoy. Just the work, the quality of work that they put in. No disappointment whatsoever.
I loved the only thing I think that gave away the finish before the match like even really got going was they started off the same way they started last year with the one punch and then the I forgot what the hell she did after that.
They tried to go for the quick pin,
something like that. Whatever her move, Becky's move is, that Russian leg sweep kind of thing or whatever.
Rock bottom.
They did that, and then yeah, that's right. It's like a rock bottom. They did that last year, 1, 2, 3, and Bianca was gone. And then they started it this year. As soon as she hit that rock bottom type thing, I was like, oh, she's kicking out, and Bianca's gonna win. And another few minutes, and she won. It just seemed I feel like that spot, doing the same spot again, and they said it on commentary. Oh, Becky's trying to beat her quick like she did last year with the same set of moves. once she kicked out, I'm like, shit, that means they're gonna put her over. Like, I want to see Bianca win, but I think that if you know what to look for, and I'm willing to put money on the fact that 100% of the fans didn't think of that, but I know a bunch of workers that did. Besides myself, I mean, I know at least 2 or 3 other people that I had a conversation with last night that brought up the same thing. Like, hey, did you think when they did the same finish as last year, or they tried it, that meant Bianca was going to kick out of it and win eventually? Yep, I did, and that's what happened. I like it. I liked it a lot. I just thought like that kind of gave it away a little bit to some people.
Yeah. So once again, congratulations to Bianca Belair for a WrestleMania repeat.
The EST
Yo,
WWE.
I love this comment.
Dear Ace Darling.
Ace Darling, Dora Bond hair, Mike. I forget his last name, but that guy's great too. He was awesome when I was coming up in the business. That's pretty funny. Don't touch my hair.
Moving along to the well-awaited for everyone,
Seth Rollins. By the way, I like that they did a promo. He did a promo before the show, or during the pre-show, maybe it was, and he was like, and Rollins was like, "Who's going to be the mission opponent? Here's someone no one had thought of. What about Vince McMahon himself? What if he suits up and comes down there tonight and wants to try to kick my ass?" I'd never thought of that, man. That would be awesome. I don't think I thought of it. At least I don't remember what we did in our prediction show. I don't even remember.
No, I don't think we had that at all. I had a couple other names.
My guess was, if not who it was going to be Undertaker. That was one of my 2. Or it was going to be, to me, one of those 2. Well, there he is now.
No, copyright.
Gave it away.
Don't mess up our YouTube and we get locked out because you want to play that on your phone.
So yeah, there's the picture right there. So that's the giveaway. It was Cody Rhodes. And you know what's funny? It was his AEW music, I think, and his AEW entrance. It might have been the AEW, just the beginning of it, where he's like, "There's more than one royal family in wrestling," or whatever.
Well, when all the lights went black and it was just like that long pause.
I was waiting for the Undertaker's.
Exactly.
Bell. Yeah.
I was exactly. Of course, the rumors and everyone's expectation for Cody Rhodes to be there. It was all the hype, this and that. I was not one of those guys who was all excited, jumping up and down. I'm like, okay, he's there, and I'm watching the work of the match. We already know Rollins can go.
Yeah.
From seeing all these big matches that Cody had over in the other company, and now he's here on the main stage doing this with Rollins. It's like I don't know. It just wasn't. I just like, okay, the excitement was there for everyone else, just not me. I would love to. I'm like, okay, the only exciting part was that he's with the company. Yeah. That part. That's the part I was only excited about.
I don't remember what the music was. I just remember that opening line where he says there's more than one royal family in wrestling. But I heard that, and I'm like, holy shit, it is Cody. And then
it's called Kingdom. It's by Downstate.
No. Right. But I mean, I don't know if it's the same song used in AEW. I heard it is.
He has the rights to that song. The rights to it.
That's awesome.
He used it on Impact. He used it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He used it in Ring of Honor. He used it in AEW. In All In, and now in WWE, and he used that song in all the biggest stages.
Yeah,
he used it in Wrestle Kingdom, Bound for Glory, Final Battle, and now WrestleMania.
Oh wait, where did you go? Hold on, I lost you.
Oh
no,
there
you go. Sorry, no, that was my fault. That was my fault. I hit mute on my keyboard. Stupid.
Yeah, so he ended up using it in all these companies.
So yeah, and they did like his AEW-ish entrance where he came up from the thing and the lights and all that pyro and stuff. And I want to react to Flex's comment right here. Look at that effing arm drag, fucking beautiful. Interesting that he said effing and then fucking.
I know.
Dude, that's a Ricky Steamboat style arm drag, man. It's deep.
Oh, definitely.
It's deep. He's one hand on the pad, one hand on the mat. You know, up in the air. That's a beautiful. If anybody's trying to learn how to do an arm drag, watch that and do it. Do it from that. Learn from that. I still think what do you call it? The commentary team. I think it was Corey Graves that said it. that said like nobody in the arena knew who to expect. Everyone is shocked, and then as soon as he leaves the ring, they do an interview that only went on like their Twitter or whatever, and the chick goes, "Cody, you've been rumored for weeks. How does it feel to be here?" Really? You just told us nobody had any clue who it was, and then she goes, "You've been a rumor for weeks." Ah, come on, man. Come on, man. I thought it was cool that he was there, though. I thought it was awesome. Again, I mean, there was rumors, but you're really not sure until it happens. I mean, like you said, I was thinking the same thing. Lights went out. I'm going to hear the Undertaker's bell in a second. But the Undertaker's gong or whatever, but it never happened. And then Cody came out, and the crowd went nuts. And somebody actually said on Twitter, referring to the Eddie Guerrero Art Bar gear, like, "Hey, the Mysterios are dressed up like Cody's neck tattoo." Oh man! But I thought it was awesome. What I also think is hilarious is all the crybabies on Twitter now. Or on social media that are calling him Traitor Cody. Give me a break. Sit down. Shut up. All right, this is where I turn into the heel of the show for a second. Let me just rant for a second.
Go ahead,
Fuck
rant.
off. Sit down. Shut up. You don't know shit. God forbid a guy goes to a different company to maybe make some more money. He's got a newborn baby. What do you, if Tony Khan says, "I'll give you $100 a year," and Vince McMahon says, "I'll give you $1,000 a year," you expect him to say, "Vince, I can't do that. I have to stay with Tony Khan," because the AEW hardcore fans, they think they're smart. They think they know what they're talking about. I have to stay with Tony. I don't need the extra $900 a year. Oh, go fuck yourselves. Sit down. Shut up. You don't know how the fucking business works. You don't know how things should be backstage. Or I know everyone thinks they know how things should be done. You don't have a clue. Sit down. Shut up. When you're making that kind of money and you're in that kind of situation, are you going to go with the more money when you have, again, a brand new newborn? You have a wife at home who's also doing her own thing. I mean, she's working too. It's not like, he's not supporting her 100%. She just got a network TV show. But I mean, come on, dude. It's a business. Rule number one in business, any business, I don't care if you're making napkins. Rule number one is to make money, and as much of it as you possibly can. If you're making $1 million a year, why not try to make $2 million? If you're making $100 a week, why not try to make 200? You're gonna, people are gonna shit on the guy. First of all, calling him traitor is the dumbest thing. You don't work for the company. He's not a traitor to you. You can still watch him.
Now, question is, now I got a question for you when you're saying that part there. Okay, go ahead.
He's not turning his back on the fans. The fans have the same amount of access to watch WWE as they do AEW. If you love Cody that much, watch him. So he'll just be on a different channel on a different night, doing the same thing he's been doing. So suddenly now you're gonna hate on him. Give me a break.
Let me join you on that rant.
Well, I was gonna say,
I'm talking about what Flex just said.
Well, I was gonna say this is that with these fans who want to go and scream traitor, why don't they scream traitor from the door when guys leave WWE to go to AEW? Then it's like, hold up,
right?
Yeah.
And the fact is, even if Vince McMahon sees him as a traitor, it's best for business. He does what's better for business. The guy left Vince to go and attempt to start something, started something, made it a successful. I mean, it's the only competition they have. I don't consider them competition.
And Vince loves that stuff.
Based on their numbers, I don't consider them competition, but they're the only real competitor WWE has at the moment. And then he came back, and now people are like, "Oh, he's a traitor." They should be. I mean, I would be happy that Vince would let me back if I did that. If that was me, like I'd be like, I mean, shit. Sable sued the company and they brought her back. I mean, come on, man.
Listen, fuck the fans. All right, fuck them.
That's why it was so easy to be a heel for 15 years.
Because they for 1 minute are cheering you, the next minute they're booing you. Why? They were booing him AEW.
Yeah,
weren't they? Right before he left, he was getting booed and he was the baby face. And then they want to bitch and complain because he left for more money. No, listen. They were offered him money at AEW. He turned it down. And then Vince offered him money. He took it. It's called, all right, more money here. We wasn't seeing the terms over there. I'm getting my terms over here. This is where I'm going.
That was the rumor. The terms he wanted, AEW didn't want to give him, but WWE.
Marks ain't paying his bills like that.
That's the thing. That's what I should have said.
Your March ain't paying his bills. What you eat don't make him shit. Fuck. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all want to see behind the curtains.
I've never heard that one
behind
before.
the curtains and know behind the curtains, but y'all ain't. Y'all don't know,
but they're not prepared to deal with it. It's ridiculous.
All right, gentlemen.
That man.
That would be the end of my fan rant for today.
Yeah.
One last thing. That man went from his catchphrase from undeniable to from undesirable to undeniable.
Yeah.
He made himself from ROH champion, then went to New Japan, became champion there. Took over the Bullet Club
NWA
USA
championship.
side.
He had the NWA championship for a little bit.
Held the NWA title for 2 months on a cross trade for that all-in special bet he did for himself with the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Which got them basically the bonfire look for AEW. Made a company AEW. Bro, this dude did some crazy shit in the past 6 years.
Yeah.
All right.
He gets his flowers.
Now, gentlemen, push it forward during this match here, though. And
you know what the fans complaining about him and calling him traitor did for the last 6 years? Nothing. They sat on their ass and watched TV. That's it. They watched him do all this shit, and now they're gonna shit on him and call him traitor. Maybe the fans are the traitors. Maybe Cody's doing what's best for him and his family financially and business wise. Maybe they're the traitors that turned on him. I mean,
now I had a question. When Seth hit that reverse superplex off the top rope, do you think it was done for Cody that like, hey, we're gonna sign you for X amount of money, you're coming, but you got a job to Seth at WrestleMania? That's the first thing I thought. As soon as Seth hit that superplex, and it looked like they were going in to take home right there, and it was done.
No. I knew Cody was going over. There's no way you're gonna bring this guy.
I had that sliver of
doubt.
The only way that man would have lost that last night if somehow Triple H would have got involved on the side.
My God. Could you imagine him coming out with the sledgehammer and
because
Cody did that throne thing?
Yeah, for the first pay-per-view at Double or Nothing.
I can see where this is going now. I'm visualizing now, guys. You got me on in my head. My head is spinning right now. But
I thought
that's who I thought.
I didn't think Cody was going to go over because again, it's that match was WWE versus AEW. I mean. That's what I think because this is one of the first guys that had a big hand starting that company. They're going to bring him back and they're just going to bury him at least the first match or two. They're going to.
I was thinking the same thing
on the biggest stage, WrestleMania. But then he went over and everyone was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like,
what put the icing on the cake is when he delivered 3 Crossroads.
Yeah,
he delivered the 2, and then he had him up for that last one. I like, okay, bam. Seth is definitely staying down. He's not kicking out. Yeah, it's done. Cody made his remarkable re-debut back with the E, and just happened to be on the grandest stage of the year. Like I said, in the weeks to come, we'll see what happens. I have my mindset already right now. I have plans in my head rolling of what to expect with Cody and with this whole him leaving the other company to here now. The gears are turning. So let's I might cover this on another show. Instead of doing it here, I don't want to take up any more time because we got to finish up here. Coming up next for the SmackDown Women's Championship, we had the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair, taking on Rowdy.
The opportunity.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Charmel.
No. Taking on Rowdy, Ronda Rousey. And Rousey really stepped up, from her previous years.
We said this the other night with Jimmy, that she's been so goofy and wacky and smiley lately that she was going to come out on Mania and be super serious. Ronda, I'm talking about, and she was. You know what I mean? And it was just like we predicted the other night, dude.
Yeah.
Except I saw Rousey going over.
Yeah, I was nervous there. I was scared too a little bit, but even though I wanted to see Charlotte, I was actually think they were gonna put it on Rousey.
You think they're gonna do something on Raw maybe, or or whatever on TV.
Oh, definitely. It's not over. This is not over.
Right, no, but I mean, when Rousey shows the clip and goes, look, she tapped out, or whatever. Like they did with Foley and Shane.
Yeah.
Remember the I Quit thing? And then it came out that, nope, that was bullshit. Shane just played the audio or whatever,
and
had paid
the
someone
ref
off.
was down, and the ref was down at the time.
Right.
So, but yeah, hands out, I have nothing else. Like there's like even this one here, I have nothing bad to say. They brought their game. Like I said, to me, it was a choice, either one or the other in the women's matches was the match of the night. That's just me, you know. But Charlotte, she came in as always. There was one where she kind of missed that moonsault, the second one when she went for the pin. It was like she landed on the opposite side and then covered her. It was like, so it wasn't like quite like she hit it like she wanted to. But then again, we're not perfect, so it's always going to be a hit or miss depending on what you're doing, where you're landing, and whatsoever. Gentlemen, your take on Charlotte's win?
I was shocked. I was shocked, but happy too, because I'm a Charlotte mark. I think the Queen is exactly who in the hell she is, the Queen. And it's not because like I think she's the best wrestler. It's the way she presents herself, carries herself, and on top of that, she can work. So yeah,
she has that superstar royalty persona about her.
Like when you see her walk in the room, she's that bitch, like legit.
I was surprised too. I thought they were gonna give it to Rousey, but I'm happy that Charlotte went over, and I really liked the arrogant, like, do you know who the hell I am? I'm Charlotte Flair. Like I liked that shit towards the end of the match when she was getting in her face screaming. I like that a lot. That was cool.
It's like her dad, but turned up.
There needs to be a lot more seriousness, I think, like that in wrestling as a whole. But I like that a lot, and I'm glad she went over. I didn't see it coming. I thought I thought Rousey was going over.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Joe, I see Charlotte. You know, everyone compares her to her dad, but I think she's turned up that notch a hell lot higher when it comes to arrogance and this and that of being that type of star.
I wish she would do a promo where she just yells, "My shoes cost more than your house," the famous Ric Flair line.
You never know. We'll see it. This here, what you just said, is gonna be trending worldwide, and who knows? She'll probably hear it. You know what? I might have to
more than your
I
house.
might have to grab a clip of this and post it, and maybe try to tag her in it on Twitter.
Go ahead, go for it.
What time stamp we at? We're around 52. All right, yeah. So definitely. So Charlotte Flair picks up the victory, walks out with her SmackDown Women's Championship, and she remains the queen of WWE.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to put a note out there for everyone. The New Day match against Sheamus and Ridge Holland was pushed to night 2 only because they were on time restraint. So
is that official? I heard that, and then other people were saying no, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. That's not anywhere. It's not been reported anywhere.
Yeah, but as far
was that reported somewhere?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah,
by the WWE sites.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you know we believe everything we read on the internet?
Yeah.
All right, and it wasn't dubbed the main event, but the main event of the talk show, the KO show. Kevin Owens had a very special guest, and none other than Texas's own Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, after 19 years, this gentleman to have not taken a bump in the ring, laced up pair of boots or whatsoever. But Kevin Owens out there running him down, running Texas down, and it was on.
This match right here was awesome. I knew it was going to be a match because the way they were hyping it up, but I didn't know to what restraint they want to take it. You know what I mean? I thought maybe what might have been a 2-minute squash.
Honestly,
like that.
yes, that's what I thought.
KO will get a punch or two in, something to the corner, whatever, and then maybe a minute later, Steve turns around, Stunner 1, 2, 3 over. But when they took it to a whole brawl, I'm like, oh snap! and they went into the audience. I said, "Oh snap!" And then Steve took his first bump. I said,
I only got.
Oh my god!
I
On the
gotta.
concrete?
I gotta stop
Yeah.
and just look at this picture here on the screen. I'm like, it's like just the memories of years before when he was stunning Vince for the
Everybody?
first time. Well, Vince, he stunned the boss for the first time, and then it just
Yeah.
escalated, stunning everybody who was whoever was who, and just seeing this last night as a match and all, it was like, yo, it's like I felt good. I felt good seeing this.
It was at first we all questioned why is this the last thing on the card, and then we got it why it was the last thing on the card, and it was worth it.
Took it into the crowd, up on the stage, 2 suplexes on the stage by Steve. The funny part is when he rode up on the ATV with Owens in front of him. That was pretty good.
Man.
Yo, I think in this match, the happiest thing about this match for me was that Kevin Steen got to wrestle Steve Austin. I'm sure that was like a lifelong dream for him. I mean, he's talked before about bumping into Steve Austin in an airport one day when he was flying to a WWE show and Steen was flying somewhere to work Independence. I mean, it was cool, but as a guy who's broken his neck in the past, watching him take bumps on the concrete floor my neck was hurting. I was cringing.
I know exactly what you're saying, though, because I have a bad back
and my
myself.
spine too. Yeah, my spine. I had two surgeries, one of them being a double. So, but I thought it was cool. I get the fact they did no holds barred, so Steve didn't have to work. You know what I mean? So they can do shit everywhere. He can go anywhere. He can use weapons if he wanted to. He didn't have to do all just plain old wrestling moves or whatever. Which is why you do the no holds barred thing. Which is why you do a tag team match, so you can have your partner.
Yeah,
do a lot of the work too.
Less is
Stuff
more.
Like that. Less is more. Yes. Yeah. So, but I thought it was awesome, and this is a great picture right here. This is an awesome shot of like if I was Kevin Steen, I would be getting this shot framed. I would get that framed and put it on my wall somewhere or on my desk.
Get Steve to autograph it.
That would be awesome, right?
And then him autograph it himself on the other side, like one on each side that way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful there, though. But and then they rounded out the end of the night when Byron Saxton comes in the ring, which it was a moment they did not need, but it was a feel-good moment.
Why him though? I don't understand why him.
Because it's Byron Saxton.
Yeah,
bro.
that because it's Byron. It was like it was that quick ha. It was a quick ha moment.
Just as many people online complain about Corey Graves. Why not have him? And you know what I don't like about this picture? I just noticed all the way in the bottom right, Sam Roberts. This is happening in the ring, and Sam Roberts is on his phone. Look at that disrespect. What the hell is going on there?
Well, what if he's recording it?
He's not.
I got my little arrow
or something. Yeah, right there.
Arrow right there. Yeah.
Look at that. Come on, Sam Roberts.
The best moment of the night, and he texting.
Yeah, and he's texting. Come on.
Yes.
Kid.
So I didn't even see this one here. Chill forever, mine. Yeah, I'm constantly, my mind's always going. But that was a feel good moment of stunning Byron. And then what ended pretty good, I think, for Steve himself was when his brother came in the ring and he got to share a brewski with him.
He threw a beer at him at first while he was in the crowd, and I was like, "Who the hell was that?" And then they showed him on camera. I'm like, "Oh, that's his brother Kevin, or whatever," because they show him on every Steve Austin special that WWE, or I guess anybody, WWE, the A&E biography stuff. He was on there. Like he's on all of them. Like that's the guy that's on all of them. It's awesome.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks. We just ran down night 1 of WWE's WrestleMania 38. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. I don't think you're gonna make it here
because of work.
Yeah. Me and Joe will be here at 7 p.m. before Raw to try to give a quick rundown of night 2, which is happening tonight.
Yep.
So with that being said, I want to remind everyone, please, if you like our merchandise like this Breakfast and BodySlams shirt, guys, gentlemen, I definitely have to reach out and get each of you some shirts here from our store.
I keep forgetting.
No, if anything, I'll try to get them myself, and I'll give it to you when I see you then once they come in. If you want to support the show, please go on to our pod shop section of our website, which is BodySlamsPodcast.com. It'll direct you over to Spring, and Spring will make it, ship it, and deliver it straight to your house. We get a small percentage that would help us keep us on the air doing what we do here. And as you're going over to the BodySlamsPodcast.com, don't forget to hit us up on all of our other social medias, whether it's be Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or Instagram. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button to know when we are live. Also, you can go check out our past shows of our previous shows. They are currently up to date after today. After this show, probably about an hour, I'll have it updated again. So you have all of our video playlists in our video section if you want to go back and watch any of them. Or you can go to the listen section where you can hear on Spotify, Apple iTunes, and a host of other audio platforms where you can listen when you're on the go, in the car, at the gym, wherever. And that's pretty much it for us here for today's show. So with that being said, I am Chio Frost. This is T Reyes, and the man over there is the Italian hero himself, Joseph Image. And at the bottom of the screen, you see that there scrolling by, that is our good friend Jimmy Corderas' info. Twitter,
possibly an
Instagram.
Upcoming Big Four host for the paper.
Yeah, Big Four host
by his request.
You can get his shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com. Jimmy the Ref, as well as the 3 Count, My Life in Stripes as a WWE referee. That book is on Amazon.
Great book, by the way. I have it. I've read it. Awesome book.
Awesome.
Super informative, especially if you want to learn.
So with that being said, gentlemen, any final words before we head out of here?
Not for me, no.
All right. Well,
we will actually. The only final words I have is enjoy WrestleMania Night 2. Stop bitching about it.
Yeah.
And go
have fun.
hang out with us tomorrow. Come hang out with us tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Touch
Eastern.
grass.
BodySlamspodcast.com. Don't forget myself, Chio, whoever else wants to show up. You never know who's going to be here. Maybe we might have. I don't know, somebody else. I don't know what name. I didn't have any name in mind.
We will try to keep the show short tomorrow night, only because Raw starts at 8:00.
One of these days, I will have Buddy the Italian Beagle joining me on our show. We'll see if I can keep him steady for an hour.
I brought Andre on once or twice, so
Andrew.
Well,
Andrew the Giant.
No, my Andre the Guinea. But anyway, I get you. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our pop-up pipe bomb, since it's not a scheduled show, at 7 p.m. here live on BodySlamsPodcast.com. Yeah, night 2.
Night 2.
And peace out, everyone. Enjoy your WrestleMania Night 2.
This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, oh.